It started with a myth. Trump, the outsider, the savior, the deal maker. He was going to drain the swamp, save the children, build the wall, take on the elites, and expose the corrupt. MAGA believed him. Q believers worshipped him. The GOP sold its soul for him. But that world, built on projection, slogans, and selective memory, is cracking because Trump's lies have caught up to him, and the hero they built was the villain all along. The call came in the form of the Epstein files, the holy grail for conspiracy theorists, freethinkers, and MAGA warriors alike. Finally, they thought the truth would come out. But when the time came, Trump's DOJ didn't deliver truth. They buried it, claimed the list never existed, then said it did, then said it couldn't be released, then blamed Comey, then Obama, then Biden's dog walker. MAGA started to stir. Doubt crept in. Why would their fearless leader, who once promised total transparency, go dark now? Desperate influencers began walking it back. Trust my friends in government, one said. Government? MAGA has spent 8 years calling the government a child-sacrificing cabal. But now, with Trump's fingerprints all over Epstein's social circle, they whisper, let's just move on. Meanwhile, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and the rest of Trump's inner circle fumble their talking points like guilty men caught with burner phones at a sting operation. Enter Sam Harris, the philosopher warrior with a surgical mind and zero patience for bullshit. He cuts through the fog like a scalpel, pointing out what should be obvious to everyone. Trump is likely being protected by his people for his sins. Sam's not saying Trump's a pedophile. He's saying Trump is a compulsive sexual predator with decades of creepy baggage who is best friends with Epstein. This isn't random association, it's a shared ecosystem of privilege, power, and perversion. The MAGA faithful are now fractured. Their entire identity was built on believing Trump was against the elite pedophile ring. But what if he was always part of it? What if they were conned? This moment, the point where belief becomes unbearable, is where the real journey begins. But most can't cross that threshold, so they lash out at the ones showing them the truth. And the truth doesn't stop at Epstein. It bleeds into everything Trump built. His ICE raids, carried out with cruelty and masks, not to enforce law, but to stoke fear. His silence as immigrant families were torn apart in front of their American-born children. His racism, weaponized by Stephen Miller like a Nazi blueprint. Meanwhile, the same government Trump now asks you to trust is handing out DoD contracts to an AI trained on literal neo-Nazi content from Grok. The snake is eating its tail. The fascist meme has gone digital. Now, the Trump cult faces an impossible task. Reconcile their belief in a moral crusader with a man who wished Ghislaine Maxwell well, who partied with Epstein, who openly bragged about barging in on underage girls at Miss Teen USA. Even Elon Musk, once their adopted techno-prophet, admits it. Trump isn't hiding the files to protect the elites. He's hiding them to protect himself. The reward here isn't redemption, it's revelation. The cracks are visible. MAGA influencers are contradicting each other. The cult is wobbling. The blinders are slipping. Even the most diehard zealots feel the shift. And somewhere, deep down, they know. They were lied to. Not once. Not by the media, not by the deep state, but by Trump himself. Over and over again. But the road back to truth is brutal. Because admitting Trump is a fraud means confronting the lies they clung to for almost a decade. It means reevaluating ICE raids, racial profiling, anti-immigrant cruelty, the propaganda of Grok, and the entire alt-right machine. It means realizing they weren't fighting the system. They were the system, and it was built by a con man in a red hat. And yet, there is a way forward. It starts by rejecting the cult of personality, by releasing the files, by holding everyone accountable, including Trump, by admitting that the man who shouted, "I alone can fix it," is the one who broke everything. He created the chaos. He weaponized division. He gave permission to cruelty. And now that the rot is exposed, America has a chance to start again, but only if it dares to look directly at the monster it created. So here we are. Trump, once the hero, is revealed as the architect of the very swamp he promised to drain. And the elixir, the medicine, isn't another savior. It's truth. Unflinching, painful, necessary truth. About Epstein, about ICE, about AI gone rogue, about a movement that started with hope and ended in delusion. And the only way out of this mess is to stop worshiping the man who built it. Roll credits. Then roll the goddamn Epstein files.